Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ today, January 23, 2011, and it's 39 minutes after midnight in Birmingham. Topic martial law within 72 hours. And as I left off, we were talking about what would happen if, for some reason, our oil supply was instantly cut off. And let me give you just an idea. For example, probably about 50% of the convenience stores have three 10,000-gallon tanks. The larger stores will have three 20s, or either two 20s and a 10. And because nowadays you mix premium and you mix regular to get the mid-grade, and then they take the extra tank. In my case, what I did to my store, and I turned my 10,000 gallon into a diesel tank. But in any case, it's rare that these tanks are over 65% capacity, because today at the price of the gasoline, you can't gamble with buying a tank of gas of 10,000. In other words, a tanker that'll bring you fuel. In Alabama law, on our streets, they can carry 8,700 gallons, and then other counties and states, a tanker can carry 9,200 gallons. So it would take three tankers to fill up my three tanks. And with that kind of money out there, I can afford it. So I keep mine down quite a bit less than that, because if the price should drop, then I'm stuck with a higher price gas. Now, if it goes up, then I could have made money, but I didn't. It's just a gamble. But in any case, do you have any idea how quick, at 65% capacity of 30,000 gallons, how quick I would run out of fuel within 24 hours? The larger, bigger superstores that's got four 20s or five 20s that have a 20,000 of super, 20,000 of regular, and then 20,000 of diesel. And depending on how much fuel they sold, either another diesel or another regular. And even the larger stores that are always pumping fuel, they try to keep at least 65+%, and they'll simply run out within 36 hours, if not quicker. Supermarkets, every shelf would be empty within 72 hours. And this is both sides of the Mississippi River, east and west. New York City would shut down in 72 hours. Most cities would shut down within 72 hours. You would start losing power in a lot of towns. You'd start seeing car breakdowns and parked on the side of the interstate. All this would indeed create a call for martial law, or a call for martial law. Now, let me tell you what happens if they do call martial law. You got two people out there with guns. You got the people that are in control of the martial law, the ones that are stationed at certain points, and then you have the bad guys. That's not a good scenario, considering the cops or the civilian police appointed by Obama would probably more than likely have a uniform that would not look like the current uniform of any cop or military. And I'm going to throw in something that now I want to bring to your attention 2 segments ago I mentioned that this gentleman, Joyner, saw the military outside the window. Well, this room, this house he was in represents the United States, and he sees the fires and the foundations, but he's also on his way out and he sees military. He did not mention the color of their uniforms, but seeing them did mean one thing, that there was some sort of martial law in place. My daughter has had a series of dreams. The last one that she had and told me of was very similar to the second one prior to that. Both times she saw a military in a black uniform with a red stripe on their shoulder. That does not match any military. It does not match any police. It does not match sheriff. It does not match private industry. It doesn't match anything. But this is what she saw. And this, in the same manner, is what General Jerry Boykins thought when he saw Obama make the speech that he made. So with that in mind, and with the martial law being called, things rapidly, extremely rapidly, will get really nasty. And with the Christians and the Tea Partiers and the military vets being the ones to blame for America's problems, you can only imagine what'll happen if they are called out on the streets at any time, anywhere. They will probably be, and if you back up several of my segments, you will see again where I mentioned a military state or a martial law state, and they are already, if they're not built, they are near completion, holding facilities that resemble prisons. And there's a such thing called prison state. I will give you several names in a moment, several websites that you can look at, and I promise you every single one of them will scare you. So I'm going to cut this one out, and then I'm going to finish up an upside to all this that I'm talking about. And Obi Kenobi, it's our only hope. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.